Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Chrissy here. Okay, so wow, that's what I'm bringing. That's what I'm bringing. Let's start with the notes. This energy, this is a big shifting week, and this energy is so new. I didn't know which deck of cards to go to, and I'm not sure I know how to speak into it. So I'm staying in a bit of a chaotic, messy state. All right, let's read some notes. At the end of April, we have the third lunar event in the month. Okay, so we started with that full moon, the new moon, which happened on April Fool's Day. And then we have the full moon in Libra on the 16th. We're going to wrap the month up on the 30th with a new moon solar eclipse, which is happening in Taurus. This is about mastering our values in real time. So it's about, we've kind of been doing the work in the mind. We're now starting to do the work in the emotions to some greater or lesser extent, depends where you are on your path. And to support that, Black Moon Lilith, who's been prevalent, is moving out of Gemini, mind, catastrophic thinking. Yeah, we've done that, as in the last few weeks. And she's moving into Cancer, which is love, family, hearth, home, moon, gorgeous, feminine. What that's going to do is that's going to take us out of the mind and into feeling. We're going to be feeling emotions, maybe in a new way, right? Softer feelings coming through the emotions. I've said it before and I will say it again and again. The mind cannot process emotion. It's the very paradox of mental health. The mind cannot process emotion. Only the body can do that. Only the emotions can, the cellular memory can do that. So this week, however, there's a square happening, and the square is between the Sun and Pluto. Sun is life, Pluto is death. Okay, so this is pre-eclipse energy. This is the way I'm reading it. This is pre-eclipse energy. It feels like, and all bets are off this week, because we're warming up to an eclipse, which means removal, a cutting away, and it might be things in the, it might be as simple as you've cleaned out all your wardrobes. It might be as simple as that. It might be the end of certain relationships, but it's in the physical. Okay, so it's the end of something that's been manifested, the end of something in 3D reality. Okay. And you remember in the last reading, I got the word watershed. Well, that's what I was sensing into. I didn't know any of this, but that's happening this week. It feels like a change. Okay. So this song has been on my mind for about a week now. And it's a song called Changing of the Guard, and it's by Rag and Bone Man. I'm going to post the link to the video with lyrics so you can follow the lyrics, but it's poignant beyond belief, because there's a big question here for me about our active masculine, okay, not men, the active masculine part of a human being. Changing of the guard. This could tear apart a better man, or teach him how to hurt, or lead him out the dark. It's the bitter taste of medicine to realize your worth. That's the changing of the guard. So I've had that song on my mind for about a week now. And maybe somewhere the masculine comes through this reading. So yeah, we've got a changing week, and it feels like my only navigational tool at the moment is astrology. So I'm going to shut these notes down and play. While I was shuffling, a card went ding. Oh. Ten. This is, gosh, wow, it's instant manifestation. It's so fast, this energy. It feels so fast. Yeah, definitely expect the unexpected. Left field, you won't see coming. Kapow energy. It's and this is what we've been in training for, is to handle it within rather than without. Self-sufficiency, individuation. Because big picture, if we're moving out of the story we were born into and into the story we choose, then that's all about self-mastery. It can no longer lean on the systems that raised you, that shaped you. Right, stop talking, Chrissy. It's a weird energy. Feels like there's a lot of gaps. Room for exposure to the truth. The hard-hitting truth. The bread we avoid eating is the bread that will nurture us. That's leaning into soul manna, manna from heaven. Manna, I believe, is unleavened bread. The hard-hitting truth. Saturn. Oh my goodness, do we need all of those cards? Wow. Oh, lol. Bear with me. Yep. Part of the energy this week, part of the energy that is building to crescendo this week is around this choice out of story born into and all of that ancestral drama. Story you want to live. So we're obviously talking about ploughing the land, sowing seeds and cultivating. This is very self-centered. Self-centric. No, I'm not going to correct that. It's self-centered. So just notice all the guilt and shame that pour in from the system. Self-centered. If this is joyful and passionate and engaged and coming from the heart, it's just gonna, that's what changes the world. So Taurus with new beginnings. First house is Aries. There's some beginner mind energy in here about turning up to new stuff, meeting new stuff with the curiosity of a child, rather than the knowingness of dogma, intellect. That's got to go. Wow. Yeah. It's about working with the intuition. Because when the structures are pulled down, it might be all we've got left to work with. It might be our only navigational tool. This is why we're being moved into the body and into the sensory perception and trusting our inner knowing. That voice that we only ever regret not listening to, because there are consequences of not listening to that inner voice that knew best right from the get-go. This is speaking straight into that square, actually, because the square can be about opposition. And if we're talking about life and death, we're talking about the big choices. We're talking about, where do I choose me? What am I willing to let go of? What is letting go of me, and how do I feel about that? And one of the truths might be about, actually, what door are you pushing against, and which part of you is pushing against that door? Are you coming from egoic need? And is the hard-hitting truth, this isn't working for me, am I willing to give this up and go to my intuition and do as I'm told? Without question. Just move on what the inner voice, where it leads, just move, trust. And watch the symbiosis of what comes together in divine timing. Mm. Mm. Oh, what I get from this is there's something about becoming really mindful of the karma that we create. So it's almost like I can see the structure of that four, the foundational four, landing in the field of karma. But it's kind of no longer an accident. It's no longer happening to you because of what's in the past, because of all the ancestry. It's coming from a place of personal authority. Choosing what you create in the world, being really mindful and grown up adult in full ownership and responsibility of everything you create in every single moment of time, every word, choice, behavior, personal authority. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Ooh, Lordy. Bear with me. Okay. This could be a bomb going off. All right. So we have a fully activated sun opposing Pluto in a square. I don't know what the other 2 points are. We're talking about 10th house authority. I can tell you what the 10th house is. 10th house is, that's ancestry, influence of the mother, progression is career, achievement, recognition, social status, public life, authority, and ambition. Right, okay, there's nothing else to say with that. So it looks like that somehow is being activated, certainly within this reading. The 10th house of personal goals and ambition. What do you want to build in them? What do you want? But no, what do you want? Because there'd be some passion here. There'd be some energy. Very energy. 22, master builder. Build it. What am I building? You're building your vision. What's your vision? What's your dream? What's your vision? 26-8. Oh, Lordy. Very sensitive heart. A sensitive truth. A feeling truth. $56.11.2. It's like a base change. That's a base programming change. That's DNA. That's why I'm struggling to map to this energy. It's like previous, give me the words. Feeling into the system previously was like walking into a cavern with lots of filing cabinets and then just following where I'm drawn to and opening drawers, and that all happens in the flash of a whatever. This is like, I'm in the cavern, but there are no filing cabinets. There's a part of me wanting to reach into something. And I'm also noticing there's a part of me that daren't fill her space, own the whole cavern. Wow. Time, Kronos, Saturn. This really is walking the path of wisdom. This feels like wisdom. This is the wisdom of the heart, that really sensitive two coming into the 6 of the heart, the grail, opening it up sensitively because we know our extremes, being able to come back to center. 26-8, we're back into karma, but this is about the vision. 2 can be Neptunian, so it's about I've said 2 or 3 times in the last week, I'm really becoming aware of other people finding their own bullshit bell. You need that when you're traveling through this Neptunian, Moony energy to find your vision. To do that, go to the gut, go to the heart. The body will tell you. The soul will tell you. Not that. Not the clever intellect. So we are progressing on our journey. What happens if I put that in? If I put that progressions card? Ooh, wow, that opens up the higher heart. Okay, let me show you what I've done. There are 3 cards here. I want to come back to them because they're a different energy. Pause. I want to get 1 oracle and pop it in the middle. I don't know why. 3. Wow, that's a really emotional energy. There is definitely a threshold this week. Will you choose yourself? Okay, that might be what I call the reading, but let's see what else comes out. Will you choose yourself? The 8 energy coming out. This is new karma. Throat. $28.10.1. Karmic will. Oh my God. The karmic well. This is like the soul coming online in a really big way. So the arrival of abundance. You need to break the heart open this week, because if you're stuck on the notion of abundance, if you're stuck on the notion of being worthy of abundance beyond your wildest, then maybe dance with Pluto this week and go and snog Hades on the mouth, do some shadow work. What made me feel emotional is I stacked these cards. I looked at these cards as a stack. And then I brought this to the top. Can you see the journey? This is making the choice. And this is growing and allowing the question, but growing into what, Chrissy? Don't know yet. Don't know. You might be a kitten with butterfly wings and a horse's tail. Transcending above previous notions, fixed notions of who you think you should be, into new beginnings. Oh, it's really here. Really, it's really, really here. Good Lord. Good Lord. Good Lord karma. It's just like, I feel quite excited. It's like all the crap, all that mucky DNA has been being cleaned up this last 2 years. So much crap getting pulled out of the system. I say crap, there's a part of me that thinks it was all training wheels to really learn how to work with all the systems that run the body. Because there's no part of this system of highly intelligent, active potential that I want to insult with dark age thinking. Elevate, transcend. Where now? Yeah, right. Back to astrology. I don't know what to ask. Okay, right, it's time to bring these 3 cards in. So these 3 cards we have, I'll show you them, but they are balance, communication, digest. I'll tell you what third house is. Third house is about language, relativity. Bear with me. Logic and reason, the mental ego, right. So this is learning how to balance these energies with what the mind wants to do. The concrete mind, siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, his family, early school experience, all forms of communication, local neighborhoods, local transport. So groups and community, and the concretized mind. There's a value question in here about what are you worth? And how do you speak that? How do you balance that with what you believe? How do you speak that into the world? And then deal with maybe the emotions of, did I ask for too much? No, 100% ask. 100% ask. Digest. So I guess my question is to do with how do we balance these new energies in ourselves? How do we work with new? This new energy. we balance and communicate. Okay, do you know what? I'm going to pull a clarifier for the Virgo. What are you trying to tell us? Digest. We have double Mars in the house. That's a lot of fire. That could be anger and aggression or wild passion. It's coming in on the 5 energy, which is change, dynamic change. And if you see 5 as a seesaw and the apex is the number 3, there are 2 either side. Okay, so Mars can definitely bring in the energy of a rocking seesaw. Okay, find your balance. Find your balance on your terms in your own way. So Mars, I want another clarifying please for Virgo. Digest what? Is this about missing passion? I think this is to do with the cavern. There's something to do with an empty space, learning to navigate the empty space. Because it is a human preoccupation to fill space, to fill silence with noise, to fill an empty diary. It's a way, it's one of the ways that people use to control their environment, is to be busy, worthwhile, valuable. This is all the old stuff. That's why we've been repeatedly asking the question about what's your relationship with rest? What's your sacred practice? Where do you tune in? How do you tune in? Void of course, missing moon. Virgo, digest. Digest, where am I going? This is learning how to be a bit lost. This is learning how to be in the space. I'm trying to fill the space with questions, right? I'm just going to stay in the space because I don't know what this means. We have Virgo digest, Mars force, and void of course, moon missing. So something hidden or missing. You might not find out. Can you clarify on these 3 cards, please? Nope. Do you want to give me a clarifier on these 3 cards? Okay. Yeah, shadow. Maiden, very Virgoan. In the waters of feeling. Okay. Creating a new relationship to chaos and uncertainty. Right. Great. Right. Okay. Right. How can you cultivate a new relationship with chaos and uncertainty in your life? What is your current relationship? Can you define that? We have journey and transcendence. How can you transcend? What does that make you feel? Does that lead you into overwhelm, or does that lead you into curiosity? Great. I think this is the nuts and bolts of the reading. And I wonder what happens if we bring those three together. What if we bring those three together? How do you communicate your chaos and uncertainty? Do you pretend? I'm fine. Yeah, I'm great. Well, I'm feeling really uncertain about stuff at the moment. That's training wheels off. I feel like there's this chaotic storm inside of me. Ooh. How people respond in new narratives, nothing to do with you. What people think of you is nothing to do with you. That's their lens. That's how they see you. They can only see you through their lens. Nobody's good and bad in this. That's how we perceive the world, is through our own lens. Right. So the seat of this reading is about how you bring beauty to uncertainty and chaos. How do you honor uncertainty and chaos? It is chaos that precedes change. It has to. Where am I going? Okay. Let's bring this down now. What do we need to know? I can't. Oh, but look, it's coming in on that angelic 33. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Chaos and conflict. Again, we're getting repeating messages here. Serendipity, synchronicity. What's your emotional connection to your treasure island? Oh, wow. Well, it's ancient old turtle here. Ah, lovely. This ancient old turtle here with a chest of gold on his back. Coming in on the number 9. The 9 is the dissolving of everything that we've learned so far. It's where the 9 becomes a teacher. So or it's where the 9 can become arrogant and egotistical. It's where the 9 can become a know-it-all. But in its humility, in all that the 9 has been through, all of the burning away of the ego and the learning through the wisdom of the spirit, and the movement for the 9 is to move into that beginner mind, which begins it all again with the new beginnings, carrying the wisdom of the past. Wisdom. The wisdom is the application of learning. What did you learn? Yes, but what did you learn? It was awful, it was horrible. Yes, but what did you learn? I was wounded, I was hurt, but what did you learn? Dance with chaos and conflict. I say it's in here twice. What did you learn? But what did you learn? Or you can overthink it. You can overthink it. The mind cannot process emotion. Got to do that in the body. Got to do that in the body. All right, let's start to wrap this up. I've no idea how long I've been on. Yeah. Gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. But what did you learn? Healing, healing, healing. Okay, yeah, right. So with this void of course space and learning to navigate chaos and conflict, this might be a trigger. But when? This might be a trigger. Have I not done enough work? This might be a trigger. Okay. Because for serendipity to happen, there are many more wheels other than just little me that have to lock into place for the vision to come in. Something weird going on in my throat chakra. Communication. Communication. Right, let's have a thingy. Divine Abundance, cheeky deck. Let's have a cheeky message to wrap this reading up, please. Thank you. Very generous. Underlying card. Opa! Doubts and fears still come up. You don't believe anymore that they're you. Oh. That's a separation from the intellect, from the nervous intellect that might have to let go of self-perception, might have to let go of how others see it. Because the intellect is rarely lost. Oh, good Lord. Give me the courage and the power to do what must be done. This echoes the purification card, clearing. Dance with Pluto. Dance with Pluto. Let go. Wow. This is moving into the void. Oh. Oh. I am a dance. Okay. This is about the Hara point. And the Hara point is the 0 point within the body. And it's around the belly button. Do some research. This is, see, my intellect wants to tidy up that crazy, chaotic piece of hair. The Hara point is void. 28-10-1, and that 10-1 talks about manifestation. The 10-1 is immediate manifestation, light coming straight from source. So when you bring okay, throat clearing. So when you bring your energy in and center it in the body and go and sit somewhere around the belly button, wait for it to call you because it's always there. Sit in that 0 point. You're in the cavern. You're in the void. It's the void. It's the void. And it should feel empty. It's okay for it to feel empty. With detachment, you finally feel whole inside. With or without the fulfillment of a particular desire. Ironically, that's often when it's fulfilled. Because what's happening is you are coming home to you. The thing you seek, the thing you crave is you. The thing humans crave the most is themselves at soul level, heart level. Fully connected, fully occupying your space. And there's one last card that's upside down. What? Lots of courage, lots of Mars energy, lots of courage to occupy a space that you might not know what to do with, that you might not know who to be in. Big questions this week. Who are you? Where are you? What are you? Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown. Courageously taking the steps that are shown is listening to the inner voice. It's really tuning in to that voice and trusting it. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, oh my goodness me, you are showing off now. Oh my God. It's like a sweeping away of the ages. They're the words I get. The sweeping away of the ages. The sacrifice card talks about surrender, being painful, cutting away all that needs to go. Well, we're coming into eclipse season. We have 2 eclipses coming up. One at the end of April and one a couple of weeks after that in May. One's solar, one's a lunar. Sacrifice. Sacrifice the ego for love. Gorgeous. My heart feels full, but my throat's doing something weird. I need to go and drink the contents of a small river. Right, I'm going. Have a week. Yeah, have a week. Keep all of your eyes open. And thank you for your beautiful comments. Those last 2 videos really, really spoke. 1313. I'm going to leave you on that. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.